tireless effort in positioning the company, and probably more importantly, appreciate the support that we continue to get from the insurance industry, as well as outside the insurance industry, which support is actually responsible for the success that we believe we have achieved. We also thank the shareholders for their trust and faith in acquiring and retaining their shares in Kenya Re. And with those few remarks, I wish to invite the Chairman of Board of Directors to give a speech, and thereafter invite Your Excellency the Vice President to give a speech. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, our valued stakeholders, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is my honor and pleasure to welcome you to this auspicious occasion as we launch the rebranding of Kenya Re. Thank you for taking your time to be with us today. Rebranding an organization such as Kenya Re, which has been in operation for over 40 years, is no mean task. Like the MD has explained, we have worked tirelessly on the qualities and virtues of this business enterprise to be able to understand how the business is perceived within and outside Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, our vision statement says that we aim to be the reinsurer of choice in our chosen markets. Kenya Re is a big player in the insurance industry, in the local market commanding about 30% share, and it has made its mark in the African continent. However, we are not prepared to sit on the laurels of the past, being aware that whatever made us successful in the past won't in the future. This is not my saying, it was said by Lew Poulard, the Chair and CEO of Hewlett-Packard. With this rebranding, we have rejuvenated our image and reputation to showcase ourselves to the world. In this regard, we have moved a notch higher by creating synergies in our customer service and culture of the organization to be in tandem with a new brand. I see tonight's new rebranding image as witnessed under the patronage of His Excellency the Vice President as not only the conclusion of our work, but an important milestone on our journey. In presenting Kenya Re to the world, we have exposed ourselves to a challenge. However, challenges are what make life interesting. Overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. We ask ourselves, what is rebranding? Whether managed or not, every business enterprise or organization already has a brand. Over the past few years, we have witnessed more and more business launching branding campaigns via the web, the print, and the television. Many enterprises have used straightforward advertising to try and change overall perceptions of who they are, and some have been very successful. With this exercise, we managed to put together these powerful milestones that give context to Kenya Re stories, which are relevant to our visitors and for posterity. We were able to weave a compelling thread that binds the extraordinary and the ordinary that makes Kenya Re a visual, that makes Kenya Re. If time allows, we'll have a video to show that will give you these milestones. I firmly believe that our brand will act as a catalyst in this regard, bringing the various stakeholders together and taking us forward towards a successful partnership. Business branding does not happen in isolation. It needs to involve all stakeholders, both internal and external. The best rebranding campaign will not serve its purpose if it does not work for all stakeholders. I want to assure that we have had participation of our staff, our customers, and more importantly, the domestic local market. This is something we have worked on for several months, like the MD alluded. I hope tonight's brand mark launch will help us to bring all our stakeholders on board and make them feel proud about being part of the rich tapestry of this great organization. After all, these are our most formidable and valuable brand ambassadors. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, let me avail this opportunity to myself once again to thank Your Excellency for accepting to grace this occasion. All the stakeholders in the insurance industry, our shareholders, our partners, the board of directors, the management and staff of Kenya Re, and for this great achievement. Steve Jobs, the former Apple CEO, once said, "Expose yourself to the best things humans have done, and then try to bring those things into what you are doing." I hope this is what we have done, and we will continue to do at Kenya Re. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy your evening. It is now my great pleasure to welcome His Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Kenya, the Honorable Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, to make his remarks. Your Excellency.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of us. I am persuaded that behind every genuine rebranding exercise lies a pledge of better customer service, more efficient systems, and a pledge on improved fortunes on the part of the firm concerned. Indeed, the principle behind all makeovers is a rebirth. And from an African point of view, a rebirth always calls for celebration. I therefore feel privileged to be part and parcel of the rebirth of Kenya Insurance Corporation after a generation of notable firsts. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me at this early juncture to congratulate the board and the management of Kenya Re for the elegant rebranding you have overseen. I'm proud to celebrate this occasion with you. Besides this occasion intimating a bright and more promising future, it testifies to your consciousness of the changing circumstances in global business arena, that you have rebranded successfully whilst retaining your values as espoused in the corporation's vision and mission is itself a feat worth commendation. Ladies and gentlemen, I am aware that since its establishment some 41 years ago, Kenya Insurance Corporation has withstood the test of time to emerge one of the case studies in corporate Kenya. I'm particularly impressed that in the last 4 decades, Kenya Re has expanded its portfolio extensively across all spheres of its operations to become, without a doubt, a leading reinsurer locally, regionally, and internationally. Congratulations, you deserve a clap. A quick evaluation of the corporation's accomplishments since its establishment back in 1970 shows that Kenya Re has satisfied its mandate in addressing the unsatisfactory conditions that bedeviled the local insurance sector. Specifically, you've been able to, 1, create and foster growth of reinsurance covers in the country, itself a commendable achievement that has thankfully expanded the access of insurance products and services. Secondly, you've been able to increase enviable retention capacity within the country, and in the process, curtail the purchase of reinsurance from reinsurers outside of Kenya. And thirdly, you've been able to help in regulating the insurance sector, a function now performed by the Office of the Insurance Regulatory Authority, and one that has brought welcome sanity to the industry of insurance. In countless commendable ways, Kenya Re, as a regulator back in the day, created a strong platform for a firm foundation of our insurance condition. In particular, the corporation instilled professional discipline, technical know-how, transparency, and accountability in the insurance industry from the very outset. I'm aware that Kenya Re has continuously and over the years also extended its professional knowledge to the East African region, and it continues to provide the insurance capacity to the greater African region, Middle East, and indeed Asia. It is remarkable also to note that the insurance sector in Africa and beyond comprises a pool of human resources that was directly trained by Kenya Re. Indeed, most of the beneficiaries of this training program are senior officers in insurance and reinsurance companies and auxiliary sectors across the regions. Ladies and gentlemen, I also note with great pleasure that Kenya Re has lived to its mandate of generating capital funds for investment in our national economy. It has dutifully paid its corporate taxes and dividends to Treasury since its establishment. Of course, it's worth noting that this corporation is a state corporation owned at 60% by the Kenya government. Notably too, the corporation has never sought any subsidies. This dutifulness and exemplary performance is worth mentioning. When I visit various parts of our country, I notice that Kenya Re has put up some of the most beautiful office blocks in cities and towns all over our country. For those who may not know, to the credit of Kenya Re are such monumental buildings as the Reinsurance Plaza, Anniversary Towers, and Kenya Re Towers, among several others in our capital city alone. Ladies and gentlemen, 40 years, or is it 41? It's a long time in the corporate world. Besides, the business environment has its own unpredictable temperament. However, I note with satisfaction that Kenya Re has for 7 straight years maintained a financial credit rating of B+ by the American standards. Over and above, in line with the government policy, Kenya Re has scored favorably in performance contracting. Your ISO certification is another testament of your perpetual adherence to high performance standards. Ladies and gentlemen, I am also reliably informed that some colors and combinations thereof inject dynamism and freshness, thereby changing the way businesses are truly perceived. I believe that the shift from brown to blue, gray, and red will favor your appeal in the eyes of your current and would-be clients as well as stakeholders. I notice that none of them resembles any political party. Congratulations. I think you just wanted to keep away from politicians. I now challenge you to use your new image to increase insurance penetration in Kenya, which stands at below 4% of our GDP, in order to catch up with global best practice by the year 2030. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I extend my most sincere congratulations to the board, management, and staff of Kenya Insurance Corporation Limited on their rebrand launch, and wish you every success in the years ahead. And now, I think I'll proceed to unveil the new look logo of Kenya Insurance Corporation. Congratulations. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Let me ask that you stay on stage, Your Excellency. Let me ask that you're joined by the chairman of Kenya Re. Let me ask that you're also joined by the managing director. Let me ask that a couple of directors also join our chief guests on stage as we unveil this momentous moment in as far as the next 41 plus years of Kenya Re. Can I ask that we switch off the lights? Can I ask that we switch off the lights, please? The moment of the unveil is now. Let me ask that we switch off the lights so we're able to see this momentous moment as we unveil the new look, Kenya Re. Makofi tena, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Makofi. Let me invite also Wapiga picha. This is a moment, I'm sure you know that our chief guest is on Facebook and loves to take photos and post them on Facebook. So, Your Excellency, if you can just post on Facebook. While he's doing that, I know there's also a new communication. Sorry about that, by Kenyari. Apologies for that. If you can distribute the new Re-News as we set up the next launch, Your Excellency. Let me ask you to stay on stage. We apologize for that bit of a shock. Yes, you can jump off stage, Your Excellency. Yes, you can. My apologies for that. My apologies for that. My apologies for that, Your Excellency. My apologies for that.
That's okay. Is that the news or the new website?
Your Excellency, what you're seeing is the new website for Kenya Re that is in both French and English because of the countries that Kenya Re serves, 170. Oh, that's Re-News now. Yes, that's Re-News. And then shortly, Your Excellency, you shall also be launching the website. That's Re-News, of which I believe we have copies now that will be distributed to our guests. With a click to the mouse, Your Excellency, that now is the Kenya Re website. It's in both French and English. Makofi tafadhali. Very quickly, Your Excellency, I know you're a man of the moment. You also need to be somewhere in the next 5 minutes. Let me ask that you come back on stage, guided, of course, by the chairman, the MD, and the directors of Kenya Re. We are still live on KTN TV. We thank you very much, our viewers at home, for watching this amazing and historical moment. We have reached the time to cut the cake. Let me ask that our chief guest joins us back on stage. I promise you, no fireworks will happen. No more tricks, Your Excellency. I apologize for that. And the cake has been cut. Makofi tafadhali. Momentous moment. Thank you very much. Members of the Fourth Estate, photographers,